Hello guys, Dhananjay here and welcome back to a new video in which I'm going to compare the Realme 3 Pro against the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Which phone deserves to sit on the Iron Throne of phones? I mean, at least in the mid-range segment, meaning which one is better to go with, Realme 3 Pro or the Redmi Note 7 Pro. This is going to be a detailed comparison between both these phones. This will be a very long video as well. So this is Dhananjay Bhosale and you're watching Game of Phones. Let's start with camera. IMX 586 48 megapixel camera sensor against the IMX 519 sensor on the Realme 3 Pro, which is the same sensor present on the OnePlus 6T as well. And these are some of the sample shots for you to judge from. And frankly speaking, all the camera samples which I've clicked in good lighting conditions with rear facing camera look fantastic on both these devices. AI is turned on both the devices. I did not turn on the chroma boost mode on the Realme 3 Pro though. Beautification mode was turned off on both these devices. Sample shots will be shown in some time, so just wait. This is the shot of my new bike Royal Enfield Himalaya. One phone focused on the Royal Enfield whereas other phone focused on Himalaya. Frankly speaking, both the shots do look good, but Realme 3 Pro did not overexpose the background, and even in this picture of the bike, Realme 3 Pro's sample looks little bit well balanced or well exposed as compared to Redmi Note 7 Pro's picture, which looks little bit overexposed. I won't call it overexposed as such, but in real life it looked how it looks on the Realme 3 Pro. But in some shots, Realme 3 Pro ends up adding little bit of yellowish or greenish tint at times, and these are some of those shots. It's not in every single photo. In specific scenarios like this one, it was adding greenish and yellowish tint in the photos. Even after the latest software update, I'm shooting this video after one software update which I received, and I clicked this particular photo after the software update, and still that particular tint is present. I went to the same spot again to click this picture to see whether it adds that tint or not, and against the Redmi Note 7 Pro you can clearly see that tint over here. Is this something to worry about? Not really. Can Realme fix this? Obviously. And when it comes to details as well, both these devices performed good in my opinion. In some cases Realme 3 Pro had good amount of details, whereas in some cases Redmi Note 7 Pro had good details. So I'm going to call it a tie when it comes to details. And when it comes to 48 megapixel picture against the 64 megapixel picture on the Realme 3 Pro, this device does not come with a 64 megapixel sensor. Realme is doing everything internally by using the software. Real 48 megapixel sample looks as good as the 64 megapixel software version of a picture, but that's just in few cases. As soon as you click pictures like this one, 48 megapixel camera on the Note 7 Pro shows its strength and it keeps more details as compared to Realme 3 Pro. When it comes to 48 megapixel shot, even though it's comparable in some cases, I'm going to give my vote to the 48 megapixel camera sample. And when it comes to overall rear facing camera in good lighting conditions, I am going to say that both are equally good, but Redmi Note 7 Pro has a little bit of edge when it comes to keeping colors little bit more natural. In some cases, Note 7 Pro did overexpose the shot, but in some cases, Realme 3 Pro added a little bit of tint. So it's like, I mean, it's very difficult to choose from, but still, rear facing camera is good on the Note 7 Pro by a very small margin. But as soon as we move to front facing camera samples, this is where things change drastically. Redmi Note 7 Pro clicks good pictures, obviously, no doubt about that, but Realme 3 Pro outshines completely. Pictures look much better, and Realme finally fixed the software where you look whitish. You do not look whitish anymore. There is little bit of saturation colors, natural color. Your skin looks like your skin. It doesn't look white anymore. And as soon as Realme fixed that on the Realme 3 Pro, the camera had to be as good as it is on the Realme 3 Pro. If you are a selfie lover and selfie is your topmost priority, Realme 3 Pro is a better device. In bokeh mode, Redmi Note 7 Pro as well as Realme 3 Pro perform very good. Both of them detected edges properly. In some cases, it's hit and miss on both the devices, but in selfie camera, I'm going to go with Realme 3 Pro. And when it comes to shooting videos from these phones, I have a clear winner for sure. Just look at the videos now. Hello guys, Dhananjay here and welcome back to a new video. This is the video test between Redmi Note 7 Pro, which is on your left, and the Realme 3 Pro. This video is being recorded at 1080p 30 fps, and we have turned on EIS, which is electronic image stabilization, which means the video will not be as shaky as it will be without turning on the EIS. So this is how the video quality is. You can be the judge. I'm standing in shadows right now. This is how my face looks. If we go back and if I come in direct sunlight, which is over here, then this is how my face will look on both these videos. I'm going to assume that both these devices are going to oversaturate a little bit when it comes to skin tones, and it's going to look a little bit orangish, which is kinda okay considering the budget. I mean, I'm not expecting a very good quality, let's say rear camera video test, but when it comes to selfie camera, this is how both these devices perform. And one of the most important things which I did not talk about, if you are going to vlog with these cameras, if you are wondering which one to go for, Realme 3 Pro or the Redmi Note 7 Pro, this is how the video quality is. But EIS is present out of the box on the Realme 3 Pro, which can be added with the Redmi Note 7 Pro as well. I'll keep moving around, and this can be used as a vlogging camera for sure. It's pretty wide as well. Both these cameras are pretty good when it comes to selfie camera and selfie video as such. If sun is at the backside, my face looks good on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, and it looks pretty good on the Realme 3 Pro as well. Not complaining that much. But when it comes to rear camera performance with video, Redmi Note 7 Pro lacks a lot. It's way behind Realme 3 Pro. The video looks jittery out of, like, this is the stock video which you saw, and this issue is present on the Redmi Note 7 Pro as of shooting this video. I'm not sure when this will be fixed. Redmi has not issued any statement or something like that they'll release an OT update to fix the video stuttering issue. Video which should be recorded at 30 fps shows as like 15 fps, 20 fps. Camera starts hanging. Rear video camera performance of Note 7 Pro is very bad. I'm straight away saying that if video is your priority, go with Realme 3 Pro. If Xiaomi releases some OTA, then this issue can be fixed, but as of now, not at all. Realme 3 Pro is straight away the winner when it comes to video quality or video performance as such. If you want to sit on the Iron Throne, the battle is going to be very long. You will have to survive the night. And that's why when it comes to low light conditions, both these cameras, I mean, both of them are good. In some scenarios, Redmi Note 7 Pro performs good, like you can see in this particular sample shot. If I focus on this building, it looks better on Redmi Note 7 Pro as compared to Realme 3 Pro. But as soon as we take a portrait mode picture of me standing in front of the camera, Realme 3 Pro performs better as compared to Redmi Note 7 Pro. And these are some other sample shots clicked with the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the Realme 3 Pro in low light scenarios. What's my opinion? I think it's going to be a tie between these devices. When it comes to selfie camera, Realme 3 Pro performs better as compared to Redmi Note 7 Pro. But in rear facing camera, I'm going to say it's a tie, because in some scenarios Note 7 Pro performed better, but in some scenarios Realme 3 Pro performed better. And I was just joking, that's not my bike, Himalaya is not mine, it was just standing on the road, I just click a picture. After this, now let's talk about the build quality. As we are referencing GOT throughout the video, I wish these phones had Dragon Glass in the front, but these devices come with Gorilla Glass 5 in the front, which is very good. Getting scratches on these devices is going to be a little bit difficult, but still applying a scratch guard is always recommended from my side. Polycarbonate back panel is present on the Realme 3 Pro, and Gorilla Glass 5 is present in the back panel of the Redmi Note 7 Pro. When it comes to getting scratches, I am using this device for 4 days now, and scratches on this device are equal to scratches on my Note 7 Pro even after using this device for more than a month. So obviously this is more durable, feels more premium to hold in hand. Note 7 Pro, I'm talking about Note 7 Pro. This is Note 7 Pro, this is Realme 3 Pro. Left, right, I mean right, left for you, whatever. If looks is something which matters to you, then I personally think Note 7 Pro should be the device for you. But then again, bezels are bigger on the Note 7 Pro as compared to Realme 3 Pro. I mean, it's again. And when it comes to case, which is pre-included in the box, Realme includes a better quality case as compared to Redmi Note 7 Pro. You will most probably have to buy a separate case on the Note 7 Pro, whereas you may not have to do that with the Realme 3 Pro. Polycarbonate back panel on the Realme probably helps it to remain cool, because Redmi Note 7 Pro is the one which becomes warmer when it comes to comparison between these two, and this has been the talking point for such a long time. I mean, Realme 3 Pro has overheating issue. Not at all. It's just a clickbait title most probably, because it doesn't have. I have played PUBG for more than 2 hours in a single stretch on both these devices. Redmi Note 7 Pro was the one which reached about 42-43 degrees Celsius, whereas this one was at about 40-41 degrees Celsius. Obviously 2 degrees Celsius doesn't really matter, but it is cooler as compared to this one. Even though Note 7 Pro became warmer when playing PUBG, it did not drop frames. This is an important factor. Even though it dropped frames while recording video, which I showed you earlier, it did not drop frames while playing PUBG on this device. And this brings me to the next point: PUBG gameplay on both these devices. Redmi Note 7 Pro comes with a Snapdragon 675 and this one comes with a Snapdragon 710. Theoretically, this one has a better CPU and this one has a better GPU, meaning when it comes to playing games, Realme 3 Pro should perform better as compared to Redmi Note 7 Pro, and when it comes to CPU intensive tasks like rendering a video, Redmi Note 7 Pro will outperform the Realme 3 Pro, and that's the case when it comes to CPU intensive tasks like video rendering. But how many of you actually render a video on daily basis? That's something which you should ask yourself as well. But when it comes to PUBG gameplay, this is a comparison side by side. Both of them perform fantastic. With smooth and ultra setting, you can expect about 40 FPS and consistent 40 FPS on both the devices. Obviously, it is going to vary between 36 to 41 FPS all the time, but that's totally fine. PUBG gameplay was smooth, lag-free, no stutters whatsoever on both the devices. But PUBG is not the only game available in the market. When it comes to Realme 3 Pro, if you are someone who plays games on Dolphin emulator, and I kinda think that it has a niche audience, but if you are one of those, then this will be a better choice, Realme 3 Pro, because it comes with a better GPU, and Dolphin emulator is something which will actually result in better FPS on Realme 3 Pro as compared to Redmi Note 7 Pro. If you do not know what Dolphin emulator is, then forget it. When it comes to PUBG gameplay, both of them are equally good. And when it comes to Fortnite gameplay, do you actually play Fortnite? Ask yourself first. I have not seen any of my friends playing Fortnite after it was launched for Android. Literally no one. If you still play that game, then maybe I'll make another video of that. If gaming experience is similar, what about day-to-day life usage? Snapdragon 675 and Snapdragon 710, both these processors are very powerful. Consider yourself happy that in India we are getting such processors at the price tag of 14,000 rupees. Look at other countries, you get maybe Snapdragon some 400 series processor at a similar price. I'm really glad that we have Xiaomi and Realme in the market so that we can get such a good spec at such an amazing price. 14,000 is mind-boggling price in my opinion for the 4GB RAM variants of both these devices. And in day-to-day life usage, once again, both of them perform equally good. Even though this one, Note 7 Pro, has a better CPU, while opening applications, switching between applications, the experience remains the same. Both these devices perform equally good. I'm going to say when it comes to CPU and GPU, meaning gaming experience and day-to-day life usage, it's a tie between both these devices. Processors are too good to compare. I mean, there are going to be very specific scenarios where one device will outperform the other, like Dolphin emulator or video rendering. That's the only task. That's it. Other than that, I'm going to say it's a tie. You should not worry about performance on these devices at all. If I had to compare this device to, let's say, M20 or M30, which are available for around 15,000 rupees, then I'll obviously say that these devices have much better processor as compared to those ones. And when it comes to processor, it's not just about that. You have to make sure that your UI is optimized. I have seen people talking in comments that I won't buy the Realme 3 Pro because it comes with ColorOS. Frankly speaking, I have used FunTouchOS, Vivo's FunTouchOS for more than a week with the Vivo Next, and I got used to it. I used MIUI, I got used to it. I use OxygenOS, that's a different question. Obviously, I love it. But when it comes to ColorOS, frankly speaking, adjusting to ColorOS 5.0 has been a little bit of task for me. I used the Realme 3 for some time. I'm using Realme 3 Pro right now. But still, it is little bit difficult for me. Whereas MIUI has smoother transition, better look as compared to ColorOS in my opinion. When it comes to software optimization, I think both of them keep killing applications in the background because they want to make sure that you get better battery life on your device. So when it comes to my choice, I'm going to choose MIUI 10 over ColorOS 5.0 as an software experience overall. Both these UIs are very well optimized with the processor as well, perform good, but animations are much smoother and better overall in the MIUI 10 as compared to ColorOS 5.0. It's not the fault of Realme 3 Pro, it's basically just ColorOS being ColorOS and MIUI being MIUI. And even though my choice is MIUI 10, I have to mention that it comes with ads inbuilt ads. When you buy the device with ads, whereas with ColorOS you will not get ads, even though there are some bloat applications on this device Realme 3 Pro, such as News Point, which gave me notifications like these, as you can see on the screen right now. Even though I did not use the application, I did not even open that News Point application, it is already showing ads. But that's okay, that app can be uninstalled, whereas the ad situation on the MIUI is little bit tricky. You will have to change the region, or you will have to follow my video, which will be linked in the I button over here, to disable all the ads. Disabling ads is possible, but having ads in the UI is... if you want to remove MIUI or ColorOS completely from this device and want to install LineageOS, then that is going to be easier on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, because many developers are working on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. It's available globally, specifically China, and the developers are working because stable ROMs are already available for this device. Whereas with the Realme 3 Pro, kernel sources will be available, unlocking bootloader is possible, but still developers are not there yet. So if you are into rooting custom ROMs, then you already know your choice. Redmi Note 7 Pro is going to be the device for you. Realme is kinda new in that scenario. Let's see what happens in a year or two. Now let's talk about the multimedia experience, and let's start with display quality. On both these devices, colors look fantastic, viewing angles are very good as well. If you view the display outdoors, outdoor visibility is fantastic as well. I cannot choose one phone when it comes to display quality, but I can surely choose one phone when it comes to sound quality. But first, you decide which one do you like.
Try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out. You can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul. You can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, the fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight.
Even though Realme 3 Pro is little bit louder as compared to Note 7 Pro, Note 7 Pro strikes back with a better sound quality. Bass is more pronounced, sound quality is much better on this device as compared to Realme 3 Pro. If you need a louder device, obviously Realme 3 Pro, but if you need a good sounding device, then Redmi Note 7 Pro. When it comes to headphone jack quality, both of them performed equally good. But as we are talking about multimedia experiences, let's talk about Widevine L1 certification, which is present on the Redmi Note 7 Pro out of the box. Plus now Netflix as well as Amazon Prime Video works at full HD resolution. No 540p, no capping is present on this device. Realme 3 Pro comes with Widevine L3 certification out of the box, but Realme has said that they'll provide an OT update which will enable Widevine L1 certification. When will that come? I don't know. When the Netflix and Amazon Prime Video support will come? I don't know. So you'll probably have to wait for a few days, most probably few months, to get the proper certification done on this device. Call quality on both these devices is very good. As I mentioned earlier, earpiece is good, so I did not have an issue with that. Plus, dual 4G, dual voltage supported out of the box. Dedicated micro SD card slot is present on the Realme 3 Pro. That's an advantage which Redmi Note 7 Pro cannot beat, as this device comes with a hybrid SIM card slot. Charging, VOOC 3.0 is way ahead. If you do not know VOOC charging, you never heard of it, that's okay. VOOC 3.0 is equivalent of dash charging available for OnePlus 6, 6T. Same charging is available on this device. 0 to 100 in 1 hour is possible on this device. Realme 3 Pro beats Redmi Note 7 Pro straight, like literally. Quick Charge 3.0 chargers, which are available in the market right now, will charge the Redmi Note 7 Pro in like couple of hours from 0% to 100%. 1 hour 45 minutes in best case scenario when both the devices are turned on, whereas this can charge in 1 hour. Charging solution on the Realme completely surprised me by providing VOOC 3.0 at the price tag of 14,000 rupees. But when it comes to battery life as such, this is where I need to address the complaints which I was getting on my battery drain test video between both these devices. Redmi Note 7 Pro died first and Realme 3 Pro lasted longer in that particular video, but when it comes to day-to-day usage, you will not notice a difference. In that video, Redmi Note 7 Pro probably died early is because I used 3D Mark benchmarking, which uses GPU as compared to more of CPU, and that's why Realme 3 Pro may have lasted a little bit longer. In other videos, you must have seen that Redmi Note 7 Pro lasts longer. That's probably because they have ran some other application which doesn't consume GPU that much. But frankly speaking, these battery drain test videos are not the true benchmark for deciding which one has better battery life. Not at all. 4000 mAh battery on both these devices will get you through a day without any issues. Even though in my usage, I found that Redmi Note 7 Pro was tiny bit better in real life usage when I was not running 3D Mark benchmark application. And no one uses 3D Mark benchmark in their day-to-day life usage. So face unlock feature on both these devices is crazy fast. I mean, just look at it, the speed. These devices are the true kings when it comes to face unlock feature. Equally good. I won't say that this one is better or that one is better. Both these devices are locked right now. I'll keep my finger over here and both of them get unlocked immediately. Every single time, face unlock or fingerprint unlock, it's crazy fast on both these devices. These devices should be like standard even when it comes to a flagship device. This is how the face unlock feature should be on those devices. I'm not sure what Realme was thinking when they provided micro USB port with this device. I mean, this is such a beast of a device. USB Type-C there perfect ho jata hai yaar. I mean, people say that micro USB but with VOOC 3.0 charging, so it's okay. No, it is not okay. I know quick charging is slower than VOOC charging, but USB Type-C is the future. We want devices with USB Type-C. 10,000, 8,000 rupees devices are getting USB Type-C now. A 14,000 rupees device which is going to launch globally across markets, USB Type-C port should have been there in my opinion. Should you buy the Redmi Note 7 Pro just because it has USB Type-C port? I mean, it depends on you. If you have all other accessories with USB Type-C port, then maybe. But there is no doubt, and no one should say this, that it's okay to have micro USB port in 2019. It's not okay. USB Type-C port should have been there on this device. And I guess that's pretty much it for the comparison between both these devices. It was a very detailed video, and now let's talk about some pros and cons between both these devices. First of all, I have to mention this, that both these devices are very close to each other. It's like 19-20 ka difference, and that too, if you choose this particular point, this will perform better, but if you look at some other point, then this device will perform better. It's obviously very confusing for you to buy. So let's write down some pros of Redmi Note 7 Pro. Redmi Note 7 Pro has a premium and a better build quality, real 48 megapixel camera and tiny bit better rear facing camera as well, tiny bit better battery life, USB Type-C port, much better sound quality, wideband L1 certification with working Netflix and Amazon Prime out of the box, Gorilla Glass 5 in the front and in the back, but it's present on the front over here as well. What are Redmi Note 7 Pro's cons? Worst video quality ever in any Redmi device. Xiaomi should fix this as soon as possible. Slower charging as compared to VOOC 3.0 becomes little bit warmer as compared to Realme 3 Pro, but that should not be included in con because it did not affect the performance except for the video quality performance, which Xiaomi will most probably fix with a software update. And Xiaomi has MIUI, which is also a pro but con because of the ads in the UI. And when it comes to Realme 3 Pro, its pros are, I mean, both these devices are pro in themselves, but pros like VOOC 3.0 charging, fantastic at the price tag of 14,000 rupees. Micro USB port should go in cons immediately. A dedicated micro SD card slot, a better selfie camera, software experience which is good but could have been better, so I'm not going to include it in pros or cons. Why did I say that? I'm not sure why I said that. But better bezels, I mean smaller bezels as compared to Note 7 Pro. No ads in the UI will go in pros immediately, and no wideband L1 certification will go in cons, but that will be added soon, so I can't really add that in the cons as well. I hope Realme gets the certification as fast as possible. And personally, I felt like the Realme 3 Pro did not look as good as Redmi Note 7 Pro. So looks is going to be in its cons as well. And polycarbonate back panel, which will be in con when it comes to looks, but when it comes to keeping the device cool, I think polycarbonate back panel performs better. So it's pro as well as con, similar to MIUI, which is a pro due to performance and how it looks, but con because ads are everywhere. And I guess that's pretty much it for my comparison. Now you can probably decide which one to go for, Redmi Note 7 Pro or the Realme 3 Pro. If you still have any confusions between both these devices, do let me know about that in the comment section box below. I'll be more than glad to answer those queries, or you can tweet it to me at @Dhananjay_tech. All the links are present in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you loved the video, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so that you will get notified next time I upload a video like this one. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching.